My name is Dr. P.C. Patel, retired research scientist and chief soil health scientist, Mati Agro Mart Private Limited, Bhavnagar. I am residing at Anand, Gujarat. So today the topic is the basis of balanced crop nutrition. So for the balance of the crop nutrition, we have to first carry out the soil testing before sowing of the crops. So we can know the initial status of the soil, and accordingly we can add the nutrient in soil. So on the basis of the nutrient deficiency and soil acidity, we can take the actions. Then recommendation and development, validate and refine better fertilizers. So you know that when we are applying the nutrient in soil on the basis of the soil test analysis, then there will be balanced nutrition in soil and plant will take balanced nutrition. So plant have the healthy growth and it produces maximum crop production. So you know that the Agriculture University are conducting the research, and on the basis of the recommendation of the fertilizers, they are transferred the recommendation to the farmers for increase the crop productivity. So all have to remember that soil is a living and life-giving natural resources. Remember that healthy soil, healthy plant. A healthy soil ecosystem provides plants with easy access to air, water, and nutrient. We have to remember the soil health principles and systems that include no-till, cover cropping, and diverse rotation while the farmers are farming their land. There are 17 essential plant nutrients required for optimal plant growth and development. If one of these nutrients is deficient in soil, the crop life cycle will be negatively affected, even when all other essential nutrients are adequately supplied. Maximum yield potential can only be achieved when the proper balance of nutrients is in place. So suppose all the 16 nutrients are present in soil, but suppose zinc deficient in soil, then the plant growth will not be optimal. And there will be deficiency of the zinc in soil. So plant have also the deficiency of the zinc, and we will receive the low crop production. Apply balanced chemical fertilizers along with well decomposed organic manure, compost, vermicompost, cakes as per the soil test value. Perform soil testing at reputed lab for maintaining soil health. So best lab for perfect soil analysis is Sevama Agri Clinic and Agri Laboratory, Bhavnagar, Gujarat, India. We have the latest scientific instrument, ICP OES, for carry out analysis of soil, water, and plant sample quickly and accurate. And we will advise to the farmers on manure and fertilizer on the basis of soil test value. We will also advise on soil fertility management for improving soil health. We will provide our best services online in whole India through online, Amazon, or Flipkart. So I am working as a chief soil health specialist in Sevama Agri Clinic and Agri Laboratory. And you know that I did PhD and I have more than 40 years experience in soil fertility management, teaching, as well as extension and research. So we have to love the ground land. So kiss the ground. You can see here that gentleman is the ground. So kiss the ground is unwavering in its focus on just primal and intimate relationship between man and earth that has gradually grown exploitative. We must have to love, we have to maintain the soil fertility, we have to keep the land clean, and it should be fertile one. So use rock-based mineral fertilizers and amendment. They release nutrients slowly. So one application can benefit the soil for years. So we have to use rock-based fertilizers, rock phosphate. So here you can see type of organic fertilizer, animal-based organic fertilizer, plant-based organic fertilizer, and mineral organic fertilizer. So we can, when we add in the soil, then it leaves the nutrients slowly and slowly for years and years for the next generation. Then avoid growing continuous cereal cropping sequence in a year. Use of grain legume, inclusion of cereal rotation, increase base crop productivity in the long term, and reduce use of nitrogen fertilizer. So in sequence crops, don't grow cereal and cereal, rice and wheat. You know that in India, mostly the farmers are growing rice, wheat and fallow, rice, wheat and fallow. But it is not good thing. But the farmer have to grow. Suppose the farmer want to grow rice, wheat, then in summer they have to grow green ground. So here I have given the figure that cotton, then you can grow groundnut. Similarly, in monsoon, pulse millet, then potato in winter, then again in summer you take groundnut. So at least one cereal, at least one legume or pulses has been included in a cropping sequence. So the soil fertility can be maintained, and we have to require less chemical fertilizer of the nitrogen fertilizer particularly. Then avoid indiscriminate use of chemical fertilizers and pesticide in soil. You know that last 10-15 years, farmers have used indiscriminate use of chemical and fertilizers and pesticide, resulted in the population of the microorganism in soil has been declined, and the crop productivity has been declined. Because you know that the role of the microorganism, when we are apply the nutrient in soil, then it make available to the plant. But farmers are not understand, and they are use the chemical fertilizer only. They are not apply the organic manure in soil. So you know that the food of the microorganism is the organic matter, and we are not adding the organic matter in soil, then obviously the population of the microorganisms has been declining. I did identify the nutrient deficiency problem in plant by visual diagnosis, but it should be come from it after plant analysis, and choose the correct nutrient fertilizer source for applying in soil or foliar to elevate nutrient efficiency. So you can see the visual eye observation, but for the confirmation we have to carry out the plant analysis, and after confirmation we can apply the particular nutrient through soil or foliar application. So whatever the deficiency in plant has been recovered, and we are getting the higher crop production. Then avoid frequent cultivation of soil. Frequent cultivation destroys soil structure and makes soil more prone to other forms of degradation, such as erosion. It reduces organic matter in soil. So by the experimental, it proved that minimum tillage gives higher crop production, and the soil fertility can be maintained. So Don't cultivate the land frequently, otherwise the structure of the soil has been destroyed and the productivity has been also declined. Then adopt integrated plant protection measures for effective control of disease and pest in crop rather than only use chemical pesticide or fungicide. Don't use only chemical to control the diseases or pest, but you can use the prevention measure, then monitoring and use of advice, then threshold value. Suppose in your field only few pests are observed, then there is no need to apply the chemicals. Then necessary level reduce dose, etc. Then least side effect. So we have to choose the insecticide which have the less side effect on the crops. Then preference of non-chemical methods. So we have to use organic pesticides. Then adopt integrated nutrient management for soil sustainability. So you know that you can't use alone organic manure or alone inorganic fertilizer, but you have to use combined organic plus organic plus inorganic plus biofertilizer and so on. So you can improve the soil fertility and sustainability for a longer time. Then adopt site-specific nutrient management for soil sustainability. Site-specific nutrient management, feeding a crop with nutrient when it is needed. So when you will know, for that you have to carry out the soil analysis before sowing of the crops, and whichever the nutrients are deficient in soil, that nutrient we have to apply through the manure or chemical fertilizers. Then we will produce the maximum crop production. On the basis of the experiment conducted at various places in India, site-specific nutrient management gave higher crop production. Then adopt organic farming for soil sustainability. Adopt regenerative agriculture for soil sustainability. In regenerative agriculture, we cannot use the chemical pesticides or organic pesticide, but we have to follow the crop rotation, minimum tillage, cover crops, agroforestry, etc. And by that way, we have to maintain the soil fertility and sustainability for a longer period. Thank you very much.